Hey guys, welcome back, Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. So, man, today has been one hell of a day. I guess actually the past week or so, man, since the sentencing of Sam Bankman-Fried and him being found guilty and facing up to 115 years in prison, then the Sam Altman OpenAI thing back and forth, Elon Musk, and the Attorney General thing with the media. Forgot the name of the company, but for fraudulent activity for media, and then now this with Binance. This is crazy, all this stuff happening, not to mention the political issues going on in Palestine, Israel, Gaza kind of area. So surprisingly, to top it all off with Binance CZ being found guilty, pleading guilty essentially to these charges, ironically, the Binance token has not dropped that much. So 24 hours down 8%. We've seen bigger drops from other market collapses in crypto before, much bigger than this. So I'm not even going to pretend to be able to give you all the info on this, because this has been going on since 2018. But you do have to have a little bit of your tinfoil hat on in this case, because if you don't know, CZ is not a citizen of the US, and Binance.com, that is not registered in the US. So him pleading guilty and then this finally coming to a head and getting a $4 billion fine, and also now stepping down from his position on Binance. As you can see from his official Twitter, I stepped down as CEO of Binance. Admittedly, is one of the, I'm not gonna go through this whole thing, but it's interesting. That's all I can say, because it's kind of weird how all of this has shaped up. The fine that he's agreed to, all this stuff, and the fact that he could actually come back. So it's essentially 3 years he has to remain out of any officer positions of Binance, and he's been released with a $275 million bail, I believe. And I'm not even quite sure if he was actually in the US or whatever, how this actually worked. But I know that there was a lot of media going on, from the CNN, Fox side and all this stuff, the DOJ, the CFTC, the SEC, all these guys were praising that they got this loose cannon Binance, and they did a media run on that. And they're saying that they've finally brought some justice to the wild west of crypto. Now, again, one has to wonder what's really going on behind the scenes, why this suddenly happened. Is there a bigger game at play here? You have two sides. Some people that, have been basically lobbying for the fall of Binance and think that CZ is corrupt. And then you have another side that think that CZ was and is a good thing for crypto. But we do know, well, you should by now know, that people in power are always pulling the strings behind the narratives that we hear about. So my opinion, my personal opinion, tinfoil hat kind of related, is that this is all planned, and CZ is part of the pawns. He may not be in on the game, but he was allowed to get this far, and now it's coming to a head for a reason. And be that the BlackRock reason or not, I do not know, but it does seem like all things are pointing towards one, some sort of regulated exchange that the bigger money can have their hands on. Maybe that's Coinbase. Two, some level of being able to police what goes on in the media and with crypto in general. Maybe that is a central bank digital currency on the horizon. Maybe that's the social credit scores and digital IDs and all this stuff. But it's all moving, to me, in my opinion, in that direction. Now, it's not going to happen immediately, but I believe that this is all part of a coordinated move. Things don't just happen by accident. This whole thing blowing up right now, pun intended, over in the Middle East as well. All these are different distractions, but all towards the same 5D game of chess. And the powers that be are doing it purposefully, and we get the information after the fact, and then you got to kind of decide. Like I've always said, when someone's screaming, look over here, look at this, you should be also looking the opposite direction to figure out why they want you to look at this thing. So this is huge, but Binance has the money to pay this, and CZ stepping down, that is huge, but Binance in and of itself won't be going away. The Binance.US side has always been under scrutiny, but now the fact that they literally have gotten CZ to step down from Binance.com is impressive in and of itself. So what the future means for Binance, I personally don't think it's going anywhere, but I do believe this is a move to get the people that have more control into a better position, because CZ could not be tamed. So therefore, they need someone, maybe again, it's Coinbase, to be able to make moves and do things more checked and balanced. And the big red herring or nail in the coffin will be if the FTC, I'm sorry, the SEC or CFTC or even DOJ go after Tether. If that happens, then you know that they're vying for USDC to be pushed up as the predominant stable coin, which is backed and supported by BlackRock, aka also Coinbase. And that would definitely signal that this was much more coordinated and orchestrated attack, like those of us might be speculating. But as of right now, I'm surprised and shocked that BNB is holding up as well as it is. So again, I personally don't think it's a head for the hills kind of thing. If you've been around in crypto long enough, you'll remember that this also happened with who's the CEO of Bitfinex. I can't remember his name right now, but they went for him, Arthur somebody. They went for him back in like 2018 as well. And we had the bull run right after. So very, very similar charges. So even though CZ has pled guilty to like these anti-money laundering and all that stuff like that, it's important to note that they did not use customer funds. All the stuff that basically FTX did, Binance did not do. Customer funds are SAFU, and they're just looking for a martyr to basically slaughter for showing how bad crypto actually is, so they can usher in their white knight. Again, my theory is Coinbase. So here's a note from CZ. On that note, I am proud to point out our resolution with the US agencies. They do not allege that Binance misappropriated any user funds, and do not allege that Binance engaged in market manipulation. Funds are SAFU. So it was all about the anti-money laundering, know your customer stuff, and letting it be available to US citizens and selling unlicensed securities. All this is like BS if you think about it, because remember, there are no rules for crypto to govern any of this stuff. So literally, they are going after, that's the SEC's version, enforcement by, legislation by enforcement. That's the SEC's playbook. So they're literally having to plead guilty to laws and rules that do not exist. The SEC has yet to actually create any kind of standardized rules of how to operate an exchange in the US. So all these people that have to settle, even the same thing happened with Tom Bilyeu and his NFT project, they're having to settle because they don't want to drag this out. So it sounds bad on paper and looks bad to the news, but you're literally having to plead guilty to something that does not actually have any rules established to establish your guilt. It's just literally them dragging things out and knowing that they can beat you down and basically slowball the whole process, and that you're going against the government. So at the end of the day, you will be tired and just give up. Remember, this is exactly what the XRP happened, but they kind of won their case. So in the long run, I don't believe this is a black eye for Binance. It's just kind of a short-term kind of thing. Binance still has huge market share globally outside of the US. And pretty much they are the still number one global exchange. So they're not going anywhere from that regard. But again, if we start to see some additional allegations coming against USDT and the BlackRock ETF and stuff coming in with Bitcoin, and then maybe some moves for USDC, then that will definitely signal that this was, you know, all part of this narrative that some of us may be speculating on. But just wanted to share the news with you on that. And also, ironically as well, I covered this in the previous video, but now we have an update on Sam Altman is coming back to OpenAI. I don't even know how to wrap that up. You can see this on OpenAI's x.com site. So Greg Brockman tweeted returning to OpenAI and getting back to coding tonight. That was 1 hour ago, an hour and some change. Before that, they had said, we have reached an agreement in principle for Sam Altman to return to OpenAI as CEO with a new initial board of Brett Taylor, Chair, Larry Summers, and Adam D'Angelo. So looks like the petitions being signed from like the majority of the OpenAI employees saying that they wanted things to change. Looks like it worked. I don't know what happens to that deal with Microsoft and Sam. This is like 5 days, all of this going down. So lots of things happening behind the scenes with the powers that be and the ones that control the narratives of things. So all I can say is just be aware. That's all you can really do. You're low man on the totem pole in regards to making things or changing things, I guess. Much of us are, but at least you can know about what's happening. That's the best I can say. So that's all I got. I am not alarmed with the Binance issue as of right now. You know, from 264 down to a drop with the news down to 225 and now back to 230. So I think it will all kind of wash itself out. And this could be the signal for the bull run. You know, like in this whole, like we've already signaled it, but we're not seeing news affect token prices like it used to. So it's like the entire space is kind of numb to all this. So it's like it was already priced in. It's still a 10% drop, but we've seen much worse previously. So the fact that BNB has been holding above $200 for quite some time is a good sign. And Bitcoin didn't see even a ruffle in that. So, all right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.